Welcome back. The Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency recently convened a meeting with critical stakeholders to deliberate on the need to improve access to legal justice for survivors of sexual and gender-based violence. Here are some of the highlights from that meeting.
It is a well-known fact that SGBV is a global epidemic, shattering lives and hindering progress towards a just and equitable society. Survivors deserve to be heard, believed, and supported. They deserve a path to healing and accountability. Yet, far too often, the legal system presents a daunting labyrinth, riddled with barriers that prevent survivors from seeking justice. It is for this reason that we have deemed it expedient to organize this stakeholders program with critical stakeholders on access to legal justice for survivors.
The Executive Secretary of the Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency speaks to the reason for this gathering, which attracted members of the bench and the bar, legislators, the police, healthcare institutions, representatives of non-governmental organizations, and other critical stakeholders. Different stakeholders who spoke touched on the need to hold perpetrators accountable to send a message that SGBV will not be tolerated. The point was also made that the legal process can offer validation and closure for survivors, protect them from further harm from the perpetrators, and empower them to rebuild their sense of control.
When a survivor speaks out, the consequences are even greater. So the decision to speak out, be heard, and believed is the most difficult one for a survivor. The journey towards justice for survivors is often fraught with obstacles, from societal stigmatization to systemic barriers within our legal frameworks.
It is worrisome that despite the heightened public awareness and the joint efforts of the judiciary and security agencies, some individuals have continued to perpetrate this evil act unabated. This development necessitated the need to galvanize actions through this forum with relevant stakeholders, particularly the judicial system, to support the policy thrust of the state government on zero tolerance for all forms of violence against women and even men. It is on this note that I'm using this medium to seek maximum support of the judiciary in soliciting justice for the victims of SGBV.
The judiciary on its part called for improved police investigation and the collaboration of everyone concerned.
Incomplete investigations, the absence of critical witnesses, and poor case management, which have led to the termination of many cases, highlight the urgent need for investigators and prosecutors to improve and ensure that survivors are supported throughout the legal process and that their voices are heard. Addressing the challenges SGBV survivors face requires a collaborative effort from all stakeholders. The judiciary cannot do it alone. We need the support and partnership of law enforcement agencies, civil society organizations, healthcare providers, and the wider community to create a holistic and integrated approach to justice.
Gone are the days when you get to police station and the police will tell you, it's husband and wife matter, go. These days, we don't look at it from that angle. We look at the criminal nature of the case, and if it requires proper investigation, we carry it out. And if it requires prosecution, we go ahead and prosecute. So we don't look at it as husband and wife matter, because most cases, when you look at it from husband and wife matter, it asks them to go. You might end up getting the worst report that might even lead to loss of life.
Some key takeaways for immediate action includes the need to leverage technology and particularly virtual hearing in cases where witnesses cannot be physically present, regular case conference meetings to audit and review cases, as well as the development of a state policy guideline for the use of DNA in SGBV cases.